I think I have finally cracked the case of how to get a perfect tumbler seam. So if you have seen my past video before, I did one with the Pinch Perfect. And I used the Pinch Perfect to make tumblers, and definitely helps your seam lines. However, since I have made the video, I have also found a new thing that I think helps me make better tumblers, and that is the paperweight. And I know some people are like, what are you talking about? Let me tell you. Okay, so I was on all the crafting stuff and I was reading some comments of people that were swearing by the paperweight, saying, no, if you get the regular sublimation paper, it just won't work. You'll always end up with a seam line at some point. And I was like, okay, I hear you. But what's the answer? Somebody was on there going, the lighter paperweight, try the lighter paperweight. So I did. And let me show you, and let me tell you, it's amazing. Okay, so this is the paper that I have always used. I would always order this from Heat Press Nation. This was my go-to. Keyword was. But then, like I said, I saw somebody going, hey, check out the lighter paperweight. And I was like, what's the worst that could happen, right? Is I ruin a tumbler or two. I'll give it a whirl. If it could really make that big a difference between a tumbler and a wonderful tumbler. So this is the lighter paperweight that I now use. This is 105 in terms of the paperweight, 105 grams. It makes a huge difference. I want to say the other one is 125. I will insert the other one's paperweight down there below so you can see. Point being, the lighter paperweight is a huge game changer, especially, when I combine it with like the Pinch Perfect and I'm using them together. It's amazing. So I'm going to quit talking and I'm actually going to show you now the difference it makes, because you can say it all you want, but it's another thing to show you. I'm going to show you, we're going to make some tumblers together and I'm going to show you the seam lines, and then you guys tell me, let me know in the comments if you think I'm absolutely crazy or if you think it actually helps too. But yeah, here we go. Get one of my tumblers out. Okay, so this is going to be my design here. So I'm going to show you with me using the Pinch Perfect and without too. So you can use it either way. You don't have to get the Pinch Perfect. I do think it helps still. But yeah, I think the paperweight is also a contributing factor. It is done. We're going to go ahead and slide it into our tumbler press here. In case you are new watching this one, I personally press mine at 365 for 65 seconds, rotate, do it again for 65 seconds on the other side to get this part that isn't being pressed at the moment. Out of the tumbler press and ready to go. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. Alright guys, so take a look at this seam. This is where the seam is. Can you tell? I mean, look at that. And if you need a comparison, let me show you. Thicker paper. This was the 120 grams paper from Heat Press Nation. This is the lighter, let's get my camera to focus, lighter paper. They are technically two different colors. This one, as you can tell, is a blue. This one is more of a teal. I don't know if the video is picking that up, but in person you can definitely tell that they're different colors. But my point is to show you guys the difference in the seams that this makes. Like, I can't even express to you guys. I'm trying to get it to where it doesn't get a good glare. so there's no glare. Can you tell? I mean, look at that. Versus this. I mean, there's just, there's no comparison in my opinion. The quality is just so much better. Okay, but let's make some more. I'm gonna do a couple different colors just to show you guys. The one I just did was teal. Then I showed you a blue one that was a not so good seam, but we are gonna keep going with the light paperweight. Again, the one I was using before was 120 grams. The one that I'm using now, A-Sub from Amazon, is 105 grams. I'll link it down below. I love it. It's gonna be the same design, but in pink. And this is the pink seam. As you can tell, if you can even tell, this is the seam line. Which is really good if you ask me. I'm very happy with this seam line. Or lack thereof, I guess you could say. But so yeah, side of the tumbler. The seam where it meets, other side, so on and so on. And yes, if you're wondering, this is part of my design. That is not an oops, but look, you can tell at the top too. This is where the seam line would be, guys. Like I said, this is part of the actual design that's meant to be there. And then same with that, part of the design. But is this not like amazing? So when you line these tumblers up and you take a look at them, all of their seams are facing you at the moment. Every single one of them. And guys, I love it. I think it turned out great. Again, the difference here is that I'm changing the paper weight of the sublimation paper I'm using. But more importantly, I would love to know your thoughts. What do you think about the tumblers I just made and showed you? Do you see the difference between the one that was 125 gram paper weight and the ones that I just showed you? Personally, I do, but let me know if you think no, let me know also either way in the comments down below. If you found it helpful, please consider subscribing and liking this video. It helps me a lot. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching and see you next time.